Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Richard J. Curry Center for the second match this afternoon, the 15U boys division. We have Team Saskatchewan taking on Team New Brunswick. The winner of today's match will move on to tomorrow's quarterfinals against Team Ontario, while the loser will move to the consolation side of the bracket and take on the loser between Alberta and BC. Both teams coming in today. Saskatchewan coming in 1-1 after their pool play. New Brunswick 0-2. Saskatchewan had wins over PEI 76-38 and a hard-fought loss yesterday 65-62 and a run-and-gun affair with both teams throwing up shot after shot after shot. It was an exciting game to watch. New Brunswick, unfortunately, comes into the game, let's say, 0-2 with a tough loss on opening day to Team Newfoundland, Labrador 68-62, and then followed that up yesterday with another close match, another exciting one to watch. It was close all the way through, never more than a few point separation, and Manitoba able to pull it out at the end with a 68-57 win. Leading the way for New Brunswick so far has been Ben Power with 31 points and number 4 Owen Smith with 22. Saskatchewan's top scorers in the tournament to date: number 9 Ben Klein with 38, number 6 Alexander Jones with 22. So off we go, folks. New Brunswick controls the opening tip. Smith bringing the ball forward for NB as they get set up on their first possession. They move the ball around. Number 11, Troy Stoyles, get the ball inside of Power where he likes to set up and operate. He tries to go inside. The ball goes in and out. Rebound comes down off of Ben Power. The ball goes out of bounds. Saskatchewan will take over. Saskatchewan will start with number 9, Ben Klein, their point guard. He brings the ball across the timeline, sets up on the left side, dribbles back to the right, passes it over to Anton Yanko. He gets the ball back to the top, number 6, Jones. He dribbles across, Yanko comes back over. He decides to try and drive in through the trees. He throws it up off the glass, gets his own rebound. Second one doesn't go. Ball's tipped back up. Finally, Power brings it down for New Brunswick. He looks for an outlet, decides to bring it up himself, finds Smith on the side. Smith brings the ball across the timeline, looks for a screen, comes off the screen, goes to the right and on the side to number 10. The ball continues to move around. Smith comes back to the top. He tries to go inside. That was an errant pass because of the way ball tipped by Saskatchewan's number 9, Ben Klein. He takes off, comes out, lays it in. That doesn't go. Hauled down by 8, Ewan Robertson. He gets quickly out. Ben Power, nothing there. Number 10, Jack Orozco, he gets the ball back to Smith. Smith looks to set up their offense. Swings it around to the right side of Power. He thinks about 3, jabs left, goes back to the right, goes left, spins around, gets the ball into number 8. Ewan Robertson for the long 3. That doesn't go. Battle inside. Power comes down with the rebound, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith resets over to Orozco. Orozco's inside. Power steps out to the top, hands the ball back to Orozco. Gets 5 seconds to go with shot clock. Number 11, Tyler Stoyles. He goes to the top, pass over to Smith for the 3. Shot goes off the front rim. Doesn't go. Jovita brings it through for Saskatchewan. Gets it off to Tayshawn Patoma. He drives in, doesn't go. Ball goes off of him out of bounds, and New Brunswick gets the ball on the rebound out of bounds. 8:05 to go. Still looking for our first basket here this afternoon in this match between Saskatchewan and New Brunswick. Once again, Smith comes up, sets up on the left side, looking for a screen from Power, goes off to the right, and the screen gets the ball into Stoyles, who tries to get the ball inside, but errant pass picked off by Saskatchewan. Klein brings the ball back up, throws the ball underneath. Number 10, Anton Yanko, he goes up to the basket and draws the foul, so he'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Foul's called on New Brunswick's number 11, Tyler Stoyles. That's his first, team first. Yanko makes good on this foul shot, so 3-0 lead, 7:43 to go, first quarter. Smith up to Stoyles. Stoyles goes for this 3. He hits a 3. He hit a few of those yesterday. He starts the game off for New Brunswick. Looks like he might be coming out hot again today. It was 1 for 2, I believe, for attempts there so far. So 3-3 game. Saskatchewan setting up. Jovita with the ball on the left. He dribbles across the top, gets it over to Yanko. Yanko goes for his own 3. That goes off the rim. hard rough call on New Brunswick's Ewan Robertson. It was called on the backside. Referee says he had a hold of the man behind him, not letting him in. I don't think Coach Waters is really happy with that call. As he walks up and down the sideline. Saskatchewan inbounds the ball. Number 6, Jonas, he gets it back to Potoma. Back to Klein in the corner. Kleiner thinks what he's going to do. He ends up coming back to the top. Deep the shot clock, throws up a prayer. That's not even close. Potoma tries to save the ball underneath and throw it off at number 4, Smith, but misses. The ball goes out of bounds. New Brunswick possession, 3-3 game, 7:05 to go in the first quarter. So back into the front court comes New Brunswick. Smith passes it into Roscoe. He gets the power. That goes over to Robertson. Just moving around the ball on the outside now, seeing what they can spring somebody up with some motion here. Stoyles for another 3. That one's a little strong. Powers crashes the board, gets the rebound, lays it into Robertson. He tries to lay it up. That won't go. Potoma pulls that rebound down, hands the ball off to Klein. Klein pushes up. Little stutter step, ends up going to the 2 lane, drives it off the right side, off the board, and in for 2. 5-3. Saskatchewan lead early in this first quarter. New Brunswick now with number 11. Tyler Stoyles, he kicks the ball across the top to Smith. Smith drives through, tries to lay it up off the left side. Goes up strong, draws the foul. Shot doesn't go, but he'll go to the line shooting 2. Fouls on Saskatchewan, number 5, Tayshawn Potoma. That's his first, team first. Smith on the line now shooting 2 for New Brunswick. Makes good with the first one. Second one rolls on the rim, doesn't go. Saskatchewan controls the rebound. They get it out to number 7, Luka Dunjarovic. He brings the ball up the left side, throws it up off the glass, and that drops for him. 2 points for him, 7-4 lead for Saskatchewan. Smith picked up by Dunjarovic to across the timeline. He throws it up top to Power and then runs back around with the handoff. They move the ball over the side of Stoyles. He thinks about it, gets the ball to Robertson. Robertson's going to drive through the lane. He lays it up off the glass. That doesn't go. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back to Smith. Finds Roscoe. Back to Stoyles at the top. He's looking to see what he can do. He drives in, hands the ball to Smith. Smith comes to the elbow, stops and pops for 2. That doesn't go. Jobotov brings the rebound down for Saskatchewan. Hands to Klein. Klein comes right back up the floor. Finds a streaking number 10 coming in on the left baseline. And Anton Yanko lays it in for 2 to give Saskatchewan a 9-4 lead. Smith goes around the screen, hands the ball off to Stoyles. He takes that long 3. That's strong. Klein looks for the outlet, finds Yanko streaking up the right side. Manages to get around, kicks the ball back to the top. They move it all the way around to Jobotov on the left side. He takes a 3. That's long. The rebound. Robertson brings the ball up the left side for NB. Little stutter step. He goes by his man. Finds Power at the top. Power hits number 4, Olin Smith in the corner. He dribbles out, brings it back down to the top. Passes off to Robertson. He looks right, comes back to his left. Give to Stoyles. Stoyles decides to drive this time, lays it up a little strong off the glass and bounces out. Klein pulls the rebound down, turns around and runs right back at the floor. Tries to find Jobotov streaking out of the corner, but it goes off his hands. But Saskatchewan manages to control that pass. They kick it back out, set it up again with Luka Dunjarovic. Giving the Klein back to Dunjarovic. He drives through, hands off to number 6. He can't handle the pass. Jones let the ball go through his hands. Brunswick's Jack Orozco brings the ball up, hands the ball off to Robertson on the left side. He thinks about going to go baseline. Nothing there for him. Kicks the ball into the corner to Orozco. He makes a little move, goes along the baseline. He goes up hard, that hits the bottom of the rim. Saskatchewan comes away with the ball. Number 10, Yanko. He goes all the way up, stops in front, pops. The ball rattles around the rim, drops for 2. 11-4 lead, 4 minutes left to go, first quarter. Brunswick's getting their chances. They just haven't get the ball to drop here right now. And see if they can get settled in, get a few points, try and go high into Power. He works his way inside, tries to bowl his way in. And he goes up and gets blocked from behind by Jobotov. The ball goes out of bounds. Brunswick has the ball still with 6 seconds left. Subs now coming in for both sides. Number 11, Benjamin Schoenfield coming in for Saskatchewan. Phil Najai coming in for New Brunswick along with number 5, Lance Mombercat. Mumbercats curls all the way around. Gets the inbound pass, but steps out of bounds on the catch. Brunswick turnover. Ball goes to Saskatchewan. Klein bringing the ball up on the left side. 3:35 to go, first quarter. Saskatchewan up by 7, 11-4. Klein waits to see what happens. He rolls through, drives through, kicks it back out to the corner. That ball short, rebounded by Smith. He starts up the floor, headbands the ball to Mumbercat. Mumbercat tries to dribble back to the top. Sees Najili pop out for his 3-point attempt. That one's off the rim, but Power's right there for the putback. For a nice little 2 points for Power to make the score 11-6. One thing that you'll see probably here all day is Klein likes to drive in and see what he can get, kick it back out. Just like he did there. Saskatchewan's managed to get 2 chances here so far. Eventually, Mohamed Jobata gets called for the offensive foul. The ball's turned over to New Brunswick. 2:54 to go the first quarter. Smith across the timeline, sees the screen, works off the screen as a switch. Jobata picks up Smith. Saskatchewan doesn't switch back, so Power has a mismatch underneath. Dundarovic trying to guard him, but he kicks it back to the top to Orozco. Smith comes over, curls back to the top for the 3, and he drains the 3. Then Owen Smith with a 3-pointer to make the score 11-9, 2:25 left to go. First quarter. This game between Team Saskatchewan, Team New Brunswick, the winner with a date in the quarterfinals. Nice little give and go there from Jobata. Dianco for 2 points for Saskatchewan. Smith comes around to the left side this time, curls to the top. Ball goes all the way across to Gili. He's looking to see what he can get, looking to try and get inside, decides to dribble, picks it up, goes across the court to Power. Power goes into the corner to Orozco. Orozco drives on the baseline, goes up and hits the bottom of the rim again. That's picked up by Saskatchewan. The ball's given to Klein. He's driving the floor, spins back into the middle, sees Jobata at the top, goes all the way around. Number comes back to Dundarovic. He gets into the corner. That ball's kicked into Brunswick. The ball stays with Saskatchewan. Liam McKee coming in now for New Brunswick. Give Owen Smith a little bit of breather with 1:38 to go in the first quarter. And Saskatchewan will have the inbound pass on the end line. 14 seconds on the shot clock for him. Ball in. Dundarovic hit the ball at the top, decides to drive on the left. He slides his way in through, but Power stops that. Little block, brings the ball back up the court. He makes a little move, decides to pass off to Orozco, then over to number 13. McKee back to Najili. He stab step, goes to his left, stops. McKee throws up gets his first shot to drop for the 2. 13-11 now. Klein trying that drive again. Nothing there when he kicks it at the top. 3-point doesn't go. McKee brings the rebound down, brings the ball up the court, sets up for NB. He moves off to the left side, kicks the ball up back to the top to Gili, who pops out, gets it to Orozco on the right. He's waiting to see what happens, looking for a cutter. McKee comes back to the top. He tries to go left side, throws it up off the glass, gets a couple of favorable bounces for him. That ball drops, and a tie game, 13-13, 32 seconds left the first quarter. Klein again brings the ball across the timeline. He sets up on the high left. Wait to see what happens. Tries to drive to draw some players in there. Kicks the ball out to Dundarovic. He gets it over to Yanko. Yanko back to Dundarovic in the corner. He dribbles out to the top. Get down to the shot clock. He turns and fires up. That doesn't go. 11 seconds left for New Brunswick. They were shot away. Power bringing the ball up. He gets some pressure. He gets it over to Orozco. 4 seconds left. The ball comes to top to Gili around to McKee. McKee takes the long 3 off the rim, and that's no good. We'll end the first quarter tied at 13. This entertaining, quick-paced quarter. It took us maybe 15 minutes or so to play this quarter. Folks, if you were with us just before, during the pregame ceremony with the player introductions in our national anthem. You realize this is a multi-use facility, but if you're in a facility and something's going on and the game decides they're going to play the anthem, please stop what you're doing and just wait till the anthem is done. And I had one fan here, well, I don't say he's a fan, he's upstairs on the second floor of this gym, working out, and decided he was going to keep punching on the heavy bag, the speed bag, while the anthem was being played. I'm pretty sure you can take a couple minutes out of your workout and just relax for a second and show some respect to the anthem. So, say this is the second game of this court this afternoon. The first matchup between Team Newfoundland and Team PEI, with Newfoundland coming away with a 79-35 victory over PEI. That gives them a date with Quebec tomorrow night in the quarterfinal. Court 1 at 6 p.m. First quarter scoring leaders with 8 points for Team Saskatchewan, Zanton Yanko. New Brunswick spreading their scoring around. Nobody with more than 4. That's Owen Smith with 4. Soils with that one 3-pointer for 3, and a few other players with 2. So not a whole lot of scoring going on so far. Both teams taking a lot of shots. 18 for Saskatchewan, 19 for New Brunswick. Neither team shooting well yet, but that's fairly consistent with what we saw yesterday. Both teams taking a lot of shots. Just seeing what they can get to fall. So we'll start the second quarter here with Saskatchewan's ball. And all tied up, 13-13. We had 3 lead changes in that in the first quarter. Saskatchewan led most of the way. New Brunswick managed to tie it up late and briefly held the lead. So Klein moved the ball across the top of the left side, number 10. Ball comes back to 6, over to 9. Ben Klein, but that's the ball stolen away by Feli Najili. He stumbles, but finds to get over to number 14, Zachary Lockhart. Kicks the ball around the top and comes back out to the top to McKee. McKee's picked up his dribble, so he's going to need some help. They keep moving around the outside. Number 11, Zach Orozco, or Stoyles gets the ball to Orozco. He dribbles out. Najili's got the ball in the corner. He's being trapped in there. He tries to get out. Doesn't realize the shot clock is running down. Shot clock violation for New Brunswick. Saskatchewan will take over with 9:20 to go, second quarter. McCline takes his time bringing the ball up this time. Things get set up. He's being watched by Roscoe. He passed the ball over number 10, Yanko. Schoenfeld steps up to the top. He looks inside to Klein. Klein has to dribble back out, sets back up top, but picks up his dribble. Nice play there by number 13, Liam McKee, to steal that ball. Step in. He drives the lane, lays it up with his left hand for good for 2. If he draws the foul, he'll go to the line to make this a 3-point play. Number 9, Klein, called on that foul. That's his first, team's first. Tejan Patelma checked into the game here for Saskatchewan. So McKee finishes off the 3-point play to give New Brunswick a 3-point lead, 16-13, 8:56 to go in the second quarter. Dundarovich now with the ball, playing the point for Saskatchewan. He waits for a screen, goes off to his left. Nothing there. Finds Patelma in the corner. He cuts through, tries to drive through the lane. That ball gets batted over there, but rebounded by Saskatchewan. The Brunswick player reaches in. He reaches in, grabs the ball from number 11, Schoenfeld. They get tied up. Jump ball goes over to New Brunswick. And Smith brings the ball, gets the ball into the corner to McKee. McKee dribbles out across the top to Stoyles. Stoyles takes a long 3-point. That goes off the rim, doesn't go. Nice rebound from 14, Zachary Lockhart. Kicks the ball back to Smith. Smith kicks it into the corner. That ball's off the side of the backboard, but picked up by number 13, Liam McKee, and he lays it back in to give New Brunswick their biggest lead so far, 5-point lead, 18-13. Just about 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. The ball, Saskatchewan a little sloppy with the ball, but they managed to keep the ball there. Dundarovich has no one, so he just pulls up and throws a little jumper. That ball saved underneath his bound basket by Najili, but throws it right into the New Brunswick player, which is lucky. They get the ball up. Smith gets the ball to the top. McKee, he gets the Stoyles over on the left side. He drives to the left, pulls his way in, puts the ball up off the glass with his right hand, and in for two. Coach Loda from Saskatchewan has seen enough to start this 7-0 run to start the second quarter, so he takes a timeout, trying to slow things down and take this momentum back away from Team NB. Canada Basketball would like to thank the partner Nike for its ongoing support of the Canada National Championship for 2019. Nike, just do it. Basketball in New Brunswick would also like to thank its local sponsors: Budget Rent-A-Car, Coastal Graphics, Taylor Printing Group, Fredericton Tourism, Fredericton Region Solid Waste, and the province of New Brunswick. Second year in a row we've hosted this tournament here. Last year we had the girls in town for a week. This year the boys. And these sponsors make a big help getting this tournament going on. So, Coach Loda, not happy with the play of his boys in the start of the second quarter. He's letting them know it here in this timeout. And see how they respond coming out of the timeout. So there we go. 2013, New Brunswick lead, 7:40 to go, second quarter. Dunderovich again still playing the point for Saskatchewan. He brings the ball across the timeline. He's picked up on McKee, but he dumps the ball over to Yanko. Left side, he throws it back to Dunderovich underneath. New Brunswick fell asleep there. Dunderovich lays it up in for two with the arms, and he'll go to the line to shoot three. So Saskatchewan so far came out of that timeout playing a little better than they had been. We'll try and cut the lead back to 4. Foul shot's good. So 3-point play for Dunderovich. Brunswick inbounds the ball, gives it to Smith, who brings it back up. He sets up on the left, passes over to Stoyles, who tries another three. That one's an air ball. Saskatchewan lets it go, and it goes out the end line. And Klein still taking a breather. So Dunderovich is running the show now for Saskatchewan. He gets it off the side of the Toma. Zilbata jumps up to the top. He looks for something. Number 10, Anton Yanko screaming for the ball on the low post. He's wide open. Zilbata didn't see him, but Dunderovich has got the ball back at the top now. Yanko's got the ball. He drives the right side, cuts back into the left, throws it up with his right hand, gets his own rebound, goes up on the left side. That's good for 2. So 5-0 run coming out of the timeout now for Saskatchewan. The Brunswick needs to get their own momentum back right now. McKee, so McKee dribbling around, being guarded closely. Stoyles tries to drive through, kicks it to Najili on the side. He goes along the baseline, gets cut off by Dunderovich. He kicks it back at the top, deep in the shot clock. We're going. Power tries to go through the lane, running 2-point lay-in. Stops the bleeding, at least temporarily. Yanko with the ball now for Saskatchewan. Najili knocks that ball loose. Goes back in the backcourt, chased down by number 11, Benjamin Schoenfield. He finds Yanko. He gets the ball down deep into the corner. Zilbata just bulls his way in there. And he gets called for the foul. And Coach Loda decides to send Klein back in. Zilbata's going to have a seat. Almost Zilbata's second foul, team's first. Smith now getting the ball into the corner to Roscoe. He dribbles back to the top, looking for a cutter. Keeping the ball moving around. Powers got the ball now low in the corner. He gets to Smith. Smith goes along the baseline, throws it up. That bounces around a couple times, doesn't go. Ball's tracked down by Ethan Briand. He kicks it back out to Power. Powers decide to drive through. He finds a wide open Reyes, I think, that was over there. Oh, sorry, that's not Reyes. That was number 8. When Robertson, he stepped in, but he misses the easy put in, but the ball goes out of bounds, and New Brunswick gets the ball with 14 seconds of the shot clock. Smith looking to get the ball in. He finds Robertson possibly up top. He gives him Power. He passes along to Orozco. Orozco finds Power cutting inside. He dribbles back into the middle trying to get in there. Corey Robertson in there. He gets cut off and fouled. That foul is called on Ben Klein. That's his second. Coach Lloyd will have to keep an eye on Klein, kind of makes things tick here for Saskatchewan. So New Brunswick gets the ball inbounds to Orozco in the left right-hand corner. He beats his man, goes to the hoop, lays it in with his right hand off the backboard and in. 24-18. So New Brunswick has answered that run with 4 points of their own. Dorovich finds Potoma underneath, but he can't get the ball to go in. He's all alone. The ball gets knocked out of bounds. The ball is going to go to New Brunswick. Alexander Jones coming back in now for Anton Yanko for Saskatchewan. Smith has the ball from New Brunswick with 5:10 left to go in the second quarter, brings it up on the left side, dribbles back to the middle, sees a screen, plays off the screen, goes to Orozco on the right side. He's looking for somebody, nothing there, so because Smith comes all the way back around to number 8, Robertson. Robertson drives through, lays it up, but he gets blocked. Nundarovich picks the ball up, comes away quickly. Klein lays it up off the glass, too strong, doesn't go. Tips the ball out of bounds as they're fighting for the rebound. New Brunswick gets the ball, so New Brunswick keeps them from scoring from that opportunity. Saskatchewan pushing the ball quickly. Smith now being guarded by Potoma. He's going right and left, trying to find somebody. He finds Orozco on the left-hand side in front of the Saskatchewan bench. He tries to get to the baseline, nothing there, cuts it back. Brings it back to Power. Power finds number 15, Ethan Briand, underneath. He can't get anything. Kicks it out to Orozco. Orozco takes a three. That doesn't go off the rim. Saskatchewan pulls it down. Kicks it out to Potoma. Potoma quickly up the floor, looking for a man underneath. Ball gets knocked away. Back to him. He kicks it out to Klein for the three-point attempt. That's off the rim. Power pulls it down for New Brunswick. Immediately turns and looks. Decides to bring the ball up himself. Hands the ball off to Smith. Let Smith set things up. Smith plops across the top. He kicks the ball out to Robertson on the outside. He kicks back to the top. Briand over to Orozco. He's looking for a cutter. Ball works its way into Smith in the corner. He takes a three-point. That's good. 27-18 now for New Brunswick. This quarter so far has been a run. 7-0 for New Brunswick. 5-0 for Saskatchewan. And then New Brunswick answers another 7-point run of their own. So Saskatchewan now Klein at the top. Gives the ball into Jones. Jones hands it back to Klein. He tries to go along the right side, puts it off the glass, doesn't go. Jones crashes the boards, gets the easy putback for two. 27-20 now, New Brunswick. New Brunswick still working away around the outside. They keep looking for that cutter. Robertson keeps moving the ball around. It works all the way around to the left side now with Orozco. He's waiting for somebody to cut. Nobody there, so Robertson pops back out to the three-point line. He gives it to Power. Cuts inside. Power doesn't give it to him. He spins left to right. Lays it up. Easy two for Ben Power. Brunswick's got Saskatchewan out of the game here right now. They always so far this week have liked to run. So now Saskatchewan's pretty much in a half-court offense, not getting a whole lot of pressure. Right? Not doing what they were doing before, looking for those long shots. Brunswick's doing a good job getting inside. Another chance inside for Saskatchewan, but it's hard off the backboard. Power pulls down another rebound. And brings the ball forward, hands the ball off to Smith. Smith steps up, being watched by Potoma. He gets it over to Briand. Briand gets it to Robertson. They move it inside in the low post to Power. He tries to dribble through into the middle, but gets stopped in there by number 9, Ben Klein. Klein grabs the ball with a jump ball. And we have a timeout being called here by Coach Waters in New Brunswick. Canada Basketball is on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Follow Canada Basketball and join the conversation using hashtag Nationals2019 to share your basketball stories, pictures, and more. This game has been brought to you in part by BioSteel Sports Nutrition. Initially developed for the pros, BioSteel is now the go-to sugar-free sports drink in locker rooms and households alike, featuring quality ingredients that deliver optimal hydration. Available at biosteel.ca, Amazon.ca, and select retailers across Canada. 2:25 left to go in the first half. A really entertaining game so far. Both teams come out running quickly to start. But both teams have settled in now, a little bit more of a half-court game going on. So Klein casually brings the ball up the floor. He's watched by Roscoe. He gets it over to Dunderovich on the left side. He gets it inside to number 10. And then Yanko finds 6. Jones inside. He tries to go up, but Najili pulls that rebound down. He hands the ball off to Smith. New Brunswick heads up the floor. Smith looking for a screen. Decides to go back the other way. Tries to go through 2 defenders. Gets stopped and kicks the ball out to Roscoe to Power, or move it all the way around. Smith pops out on the right side. He brings it back again and watch closer by Potomac. Power going down for the 3. That's off the rim and out the side by the Saskatchewan bench. See Power taking a whole lot of 3-point attempts so far, but he'll take it if it's there. Klein over to Bunderovich, hands the ball over to Jones. Jones dribbles to the top, finds Potomac curling around the left side. He tries to go through, throws the ball away. Runs it number 5. Then Marquette picks it up. He gives it to Power, who drives through the lane, kicks it at the corner to Roscoe, who kicks it at the top to Smith. Smith tries a 3, that doesn't go. Bunderovich pulls the ball down, heads up quickly up the floor. He's going to try and drive through. He goes right, left, splits some defenders, tries to go over top, doesn't go. Geely pulls it down, finds Smith. Smith comes back up the floor. 1:05 left to go in the first half. Brunswick moving around the ball around the outside, looking for that guy cutting through, trying to find open man. There's nothing there. They send over that 3-point. They find Power at the top. He tries to drive the lane on the right side, tries to lay it up, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line shooting 2, 54.9 seconds left in the first half. Power's good with his first. Two for 2 from the line for Ben Power, make the score 31-20 with just under a minute left to go in the second quarter. Klein brings the ball forward, takes the handoff, goes to the boards himself, doesn't get there. He and Gilly get tied up. A jump ball goes over to New Brunswick. Benjamin Schofield coming back in now for Saskatchewan. Klein's going to come back out. Travis Doyle's coming back in now for Orozco for NB. There are a couple of subs on each side, one sub on each side. The last minute of play in the half. Doyles now has the ball on the right side. He's looking for that cutter, nothing there. Power pops out, gets the top, hands the ball back off. The ball's just working its way around. Power finds open underneath, but he kicks it back out to Stoyles for the 3-point. That's off the front rim. Potomac finds the high rebound, runs up the court, nothing there. He pulls it back out, waits for some help. Moves the ball around to Dunderovich. And he takes the ball over on the left side. Comes back to the top. Yanko looks inside. Schofield, little give and go from there. Nothing there. New Brunswick does a good job defending that. Dunderovich is going back to the top. Ball works into Schofield on the side. Long 3-point attempt from Potomac. That's off the rim. Doesn't go. Rebound, Agili. And that will do it for the first half. 13-13 after the first quarter. New Brunswick takes over in the second to take a 31-20 lead into the half. So 15-minute little break here, folks. We'll be back for the second half. Talk to you soon. Welcome back to the Richard J. Curry Center, everyone, here on the beautiful campus of the University of Brunswick in Fredericton, New Brunswick, for the second half action between Team New Brunswick and Team Saskatchewan, 15U boys division. Winner of this match moves on to play Team Quebec. Sorry, not Team Quebec, Team Ontario, I believe, in the quarterfinal tomorrow evening at 8:15 p.m. Loser will take on the loser of the Alberta-BC game that happens later on this afternoon. Team Saskatchewan being led in the first half by Anton Yanko with 10 points. New Brunswick being led by a couple players, Owen Smith and Liam McKee, both with 7. The other team's shooting the lights out, 28% for Saskatchewan, 33% for New Brunswick. And Saskatchewan starts the second half with the ball. Set up on the half-court offense. Starts out with shot not falling from number 10, Anton Yanko. New Brunswick controls the rebound. Smith brings the ball back up, starts with his left, comes back to his right. Looks for Orozco inside. He tries to work the ball into Power in the low post. Power's trying to dribble back into the center of the court, plants and pops up for what he hoped was 2, but the ball rolled around the rim and out. Klein pulls it back down and heads back up the court. Quickly pulls up, shoots it back to Dundarovic. He tries the 3, that doesn't go. Ball's pulled down by New Brunswick Smith. He brings the ball back up the court. New Brunswick's managed to take Saskatchewan out of their game here. They're forcing them to play in a half-court game. Saskatchewan's not getting the pace that they have in the previous games, and it's starting to show on their scoreboard for them. So Power now tries to drive. He pops out, looks for the inside, dives inside for the 3. That goes off the rim. Potoma picks the ball up from Saskatchewan, brings it back forward. 31-20. Potoma drives the lane, that rolls around, doesn't go. Yanko can't control the rebound, it goes out of bounds. New Brunswick gets the ball. So Power gets the ball into Smith. Smith being guarded by Potoma. A little bit of pressure now on the ball carrier, but Smith was able to get past that too bad. Stoyle steps up, takes the long 3. That's off the front rim, controlled by Klein. Klein pushes the ball up the court quickly to see if he drives like he had early on in the game, but he pulls up, being grabbed by Orozco. Does a good job. Dundarovic now tries to drive in. They kick the ball around back to Klein, the far side. He decides to try a 3 this time. That doesn't go. Number 6, Jones tracks the rebound down, finds a cutting Klein. He goes up, lays it in for 2. Toma again showing a little bit of pressure on the ball carrier. Smith able to use Power as a little bit of a screen to get by him there. There wasn't too much problem. They kick the ball outside, then move back into Power. Stoyles now looks for the 3. This time he decides to go inside, pulls up for the jumper. That doesn't go. Klein again coming forward, pushing the ball up. He's got off by number 8. They move the ball around. They get the ball into Dundarovic inside. That hits it, falls off his toe and back underneath. Shot from Jones doesn't go. New Brunswick pulls the rebound down. Get the ball up. Smith looks to set things up in the half court. Starts looking to direct some traffic. Finds Stoyles out on the outside. He's looking for Power to cut through. Can't get through. Roscoe pops up the top, moves the ball around to the right side. Smith goes around. He finds Power underneath. Getting deep in the shot clock. He turns, fires one off the rim. Doesn't go. It's short. Klein picks up the rebound. Comes forward, thinks about the long pass. Doesn't see there. Decides to take it in on Roscoe. Roscoe stops him. Ball's kicked back out. Potoma now looks at the 3. He decides to try and drive through. That ball's short. Caught by New Brunswick. Number 8, Ewan Robertson. And he finds Smith, gets it out. The ball goes into the corner, right corner to Orozco. Orozco's got the ball. He tries to throw it high into Power, but he throws it over his head. 10. Anton Yanko run it up. It's stripped by Power. He brings it back up. Euro steps his way in. The ball doesn't go. Followed up by Robertson. That doesn't fall. Roscoe manages to sneak underneath, gets the rebound. That doesn't go. Dundarovic gets the rebound. Long lead pass up to number 6, Alexander Jones. He pulls the ball up, finds Dundarovic streaking down the side. He lays it up. That doesn't go. Roscoe goes up there, 1-on-3, pulls the rebound down. New Brunswick comes up quickly, 2-on-2. Ball's off to Power. Gives it over to Robertson. Still nothing there. They can't get anything out of that. Power works his way back inside, spins back to his right, lays it up off the glass for 2 in the harm, and he'll go to the line to shoot for the 3-point play. Najai now checking in for New Brunswick. Give a bit of a breather to Ewan Robertson. Mohamed Jobaton now coming in also for Saskatchewan for Alexander Jones. So Ben Power looking to convert the three-point play with his foul shot off the front rim. It's no good. Klein controls the rebound. New Brunswick players are in there with the rebound. They're all back set up on defense. Klein brings it up and sets up, being watched by Roscoe on the left side. He throws it into Toma in the corner. He dribbles back out, finds Dunderovich at the top. A little bit of roll action going on here. Toma pops from the elbow, hits two. Makes us. So now Saskatchewan's putting some pressure on like they did yesterday against BC. It worked well, but a little bit of miscommunication there, and Smith is able to simply dribble right through the pressure. He gets set up in the front court. Looking to come off a screen from Najai. Ball moves around. Power on the three-point line on the far side, on the left side. Finds Najai cutting underneath. He tries to turn. He turns into some pressure, and gets called with a travel. A little bit of a double team there for Klein and Jobaton. I think if Najai just simply went up, he would have been fine, but he turned right back into that coverage and lost the ball. Dunderovich now with the ball for Saskatchewan. He goes right and left. The ball moves around the top. Works us all the way back to Dunderovich to the far side. He finds Jobaton on top. He takes the long three from the top. That's off the front rim. Rebounded by Klein. Puts it back in for the two. 33-26 now at BC. Again, pressure from Saskatchewan. Ball comes into Smith. Brunswick does a fairly decent job of dealing with that pressure. Not allowing ball carrier to get trapped. Smith dribbles around, moves it back. Brunswick moves the ball around the outside. Roscoe looking for a cutter, nothing there, so Smith comes back to the top. He gets it, he drives in, spins, and pops from just inside the foul line. That's off the back, iron him out. Then Rovich pulls the ball down, comes quickly forward for Saskatchewan. Uses a little fake to Klein. Klein finds a man wide open underneath. Yanko with an easy basket underneath. No one watching him. So again, pressure. Ball goes into Najai. Ooh. A little bit aggressive there from Jobaton as he basically slashes his arms in there on Najai. He called for the foul. That's his third. Team's second, sorry, in the quarter. So Schoenfeld comes back in now for Jobaton. Lance Marquette comes in for New Brunswick. New Brunswick looks long to beat this press this time to Najai. He grabs the ball, manages to go up strong for the two, but then he bats the ball away underneath the hoop. The referee blows him down and gives a delay of game warning for not kicking the ball away from the basket after the hoop. So 4:20 to play, third quarter. Saskatchewan is Klein with the ball. He dribbles around the right side, tries to get to the baseline, pops up, nothing there. Well defended by New Brunswick. Roscoe puts the ball up to Power. Power's looking to Euro step around him, lays it in with his left hand. Nice transition basket there for New Brunswick to make a 37-28 lead with 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Toma now with the ball for Saskatchewan. That plays read well by Powers. Managed to knock the ball loose. He's going to go one-on-one. He gets the blocking call and the boot. So he'll go to the line with a three-point play. Steve Saskatchewan wants to talk this over a bit. Coach Loda doesn't want this to get away from them. 39-28 in the third quarter when New Brunswick's doing a good job of keeping Saskatchewan from scoring anything inside in the second half so far. The 2019 National Championships brought to you in part by Bell. Visit a Bell store to check out our amazing selection of devices and new data plans with no overage fees. It's a great time to get on Canada's best mobile network. See bell.ca/network for details. Canada Basketball would also like to thank Toyota Canada for its support of the 2019 National Championships. Toyota, the proud mobility partner of Canada Basketball. Toyota's partnership with Canada Basketball represents their commitment to mobility movement for all through vehicles, sports experiences, and more. In basketball, New Brunswick would also like to thank the University of New Brunswick for hosting this event again this year. on the Fredericton campus of the University of New Brunswick. Great spot for the tournament. Players are all staying here on campus. Easy access to meals for them. Short walk back to the gym. And a beautiful facility here at the Curry Center. This afternoon's game is happening in the recreation gym, which is on the bottom floor of the center. Other games taking place in the competition gym, which is on the 4th floor of the center. Games going on right now upstairs in the competition gym would be the 17U games. Not sure who's playing BC, and I'm not sure who they're on, possibly Alberta. So Power looking to convert the three-point play. He's good with his foul shot. New Brunswick has a 40-28 lead with 3:47 left to go in the third quarter. So Klein now with the ball, directing some traffic, calls Dunderovich over to take the ball from. He dribbles across the top to the right. Matoma now moves the ball around. Finds Dunderovich back at the top. Ball kicked out to Yanko in the corner. He dribbles into trouble. Kicks the ball outside to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld looking for Toma, dribbles over. He gets a shot away at the last second, but it doesn't go. Powers able to control that long. Not Powers. That was Bombercat able to control the long rebound. And New Brunswick brings it back forward. So Orozco's got the ball on the left side. Smith pops back up the top. Dribbles over, gives the ball back to Orozco. He tries to drive through the lane, finds Bombercat on alone underneath, but he can't get the ball to go. Schoenfeld hauls it down for Saskatchewan. Dunderovich brings it back up, spinning around, trying to get through. Nothing there. Klein thinks about the three. He decides to dribble inside, tries to back his way in. He gets stopped by a trio of New Brunswick players, all grabbing the ball. A jump ball. That ball will go over to New Brunswick. New Brunswick sub coming in, number 13, Liam McKee coming in for Owen Smith. Lance Bombercat. Oh, ball goes way over top to Najai. He sprints up the court, lays it in with his right hand, bounces out. Saskatchewan comes right back up the court. Klein loses his hand on the ball. That ball's loose. Toma manages to track it down to the top. He hands it to Dunderovich. He gets the ball in the corner to number 10, Yanko. He tries to drive the baseline, stopped by Najai. He strips him of the ball. Starts out, decides to wait for some help. Hands the ball up to Power, who Power will bring the ball up for New Brunswick, now being watched by Yanko. Jai sets a screen for him, but he pops off it. Swings the ball back around to the right side. Roscoe tries to throw it inside. Yanko steps in front of Jai and takes it away from him. They get the ball back up the court. Number 11, Benjamin Schofield, drops it in for two to help bring the game back to within 10. 40-30, 2:09 left to go, third quarter. McKee driving the floor hard, draws the blocking call. Dunderovich. The board shows that's his first foul. It's the team fourth. Schoenfeld coming out and Jobatak coming back in. Jones is in there as well. And New Brunswick trying to get the ball in. McKee trying to find nobody there, so Power pops up the top, gets the ball over the top. Marbuquette gets it, moves it in the corner to Najai. He skips past over to Norosco, who's moving the ball around the outside. Inside 6 seconds in the shot clock. McKee drives through the lane, throws it up high off the glass. Doesn't go. Yanko comes away with the ball. He goes hard. He tries to take Najai on. Najai fouls him. So Saskatchewan will get the ball on the end line. Coach Water yelling some instructions here to his team. Ball works its way back to the top to Potoma. He gets it over to Klein on the side. He fakes the three, decides to go for it. Orozco gives it to him. The ball hits the rim and out the side. The ball's turned over to New Brunswick. I'm not sure if Saskatchewan has made a three-pointer. They were 0 for 6 in the first half. I don't recall a whole lot going down for him in the second half. New Brunswick was 3 for 16 from the three-point line in the first half. McKee now with the ball, gets it over on the left side to Orozco. Orozco again waiting to see what happens, looking for that cutter. Nothing there, so he starts to dribble, picks it up to Najai, who brings it back around to Robertson, or Marbuquette, sorry. He gives the ball to McKee. He tries to cut through, finds Najai in the corner. Late in the clock, he takes the long three. Free for feeding Najai. gives New Brunswick a 13-point lead with a minute left to go in the third quarter. Klein moves the ball down, gets Jobot in the corner. He dribbles back up to the top, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, sets a screen, allows Patoma to come around to the left. He gets cut off by McKee. Power now on Jobot. Tries to go around Power, but Bajai is there to block that shot. He brings the ball up, gets it off to McKee on the right side. McKee just takes his time now, lets New Brunswick get set up. He's being watched by Patoma. Gets a little screen, helps with the switched off there nicely by Saskatchewan. The ball swings back around. DeBon Burkett takes the 3-point from the right-hand corner. That doesn't go. Two guys fighting for it. Ball goes out of bounds with a foul call. 13, Liam McKee from New Brunswick gets called on the foul for the hold. That's his second, team second. Well, 29.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. New Brunswick holding a 13-point lead over Saskatchewan, 43-30. With Klein bringing the ball forward for Saskatchewan. A bit of a screen there, but nothing going. Ball comes with Yanko. He swings the ball to the corner to Patoma. But Patoma steps out of bounds on the drive. Coach Loda is not happy with the way his team's playing here right now. He's trying to figure out what's going on, what he can do to get them going. He's yelling out encouragement here. Saskatchewan's going to show some pressure here on the inbound. See if they can get the steal away here and get a last-second basket with 18.3 seconds left. But they back out of the pressure. Jobot now on McKee. McKee just dribbles by him, gets the ball in the front court, dribbles back to the middle. Klein picks him up now at the top. He swings the ball over to Stoyles. Stoyles jumps over to the corner to take that 3-point. That doesn't go. Boards crash, Patoma comes away with it. And that will be the end of the third quarter with New Brunswick holding a 13-point lead, 43-30 over Team Saskatchewan. We'll step away for a short break and we'll be back in about 60 seconds for the fourth quarter of today's game.